Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. I would like to bring you some information pertaining to a horrific crime that took place in Oklahoma earlier this week. Several children were murdered alongside another adult male in a home, and if you need verification for the storyline, please log on to KOCO 5 ABC News. Man charged with 6 counts of murder in deaths of children, his brother in Muskogee, DA announces. Formal charges have been filed against a man accused of shooting and killing 5 young children and his brother at a home in Muskogee, the Muskogee County District Attorney announced Wednesday. During a news conference, Muskogee County DA Orville Logue announced he has filed 8 felony charges against the suspect, 25-year-old Jerron Pridgeon, including 6 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of shooting with intent to kill, and 1 count of possession of a firearm after conviction or during probation. Muskogee police said they received a report around 1:30 a.m. Tuesday that shots were fired at a home off of Indiana Street. When police got there, the suspect, who has been identified as 25-year-old Sharon Dejan Pridgeon, was outside the home holding a gun. Officers found 1 man and 4 children dead inside the home, and a woman and another child were life flighted to a Tulsa hospital. The 5th child later died, and the woman is still fighting for her life. The victims have been identified as Brittany Anderson, Javarian Lee, 24, Jalea Pridgeon, 1, Jadis Pridgeon, 3, Harmony Anderson, 5, Navia Pridgeon, 6, and Cadence Anderson, 9. Police said Anderson is in stable condition at this time. Lee was the suspect's brother. Police also said there were 3 other children inside the home who were not injured. According to police, Pridgeon lived in a small home with all 7 victims. Logan Pridgeon was arraigned at 3 p.m. Wednesday, and the court entered a plea of not guilty on his behalf. A court date has been set for February 18th. And that is the set information coming out of KOCO, Oklahoma City. News 5 if you need verification for the storyline. So to recap everything that I just brought to you, this guy, oh mercy, by the name of Jerron Pridgeon, 25, murdered 5 kids and his own brother inside the home. He also shot the baby's mother, the children's mother. She is in the hospital. Last I checked from Court TV verification, she is speaking. Her sister has given commentary that she has been talking. So we will pray for her that she will make it through and pull through. It's a very sad and tragic situation because right now the DA, the police, are not saying what the motive is. And I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis of what I found on Court TV today. As I state, 5 kids and 1 adult were found deceased. And he's facing 6 counts, 7 for intent to kill. 8 counts firearm while being on probation. He's already been arraigned. He pled not guilty and will be attending court February 18th. The death penalty will be decided at a later date once the DA has consulted with the family first. It is believed that the suspect dialed 911 from a cell phone. The cell phone call has not been relayed, so that information right now is not available pertaining to what was actually said on the 911 call. And he also requested that an EMS be sent to the home, and that is how the mother and one of the children were able to be flown by I guess a Life Star to get aid at a nearby hospital. As far as why he got shot, because that was asked by one of the reporters, he came out of the home with a gun. So an officer asked him to put the gun down. He did not comply. He took off. It was a foot chase, and he was shot. The gun was not in his possession, but it was retrieved nearby. They do not know how many shots were fired by a police officer. As I state, no motive has been discussed in this case, and know that 3 of the children who were murdered are believed to be his said children. And as I state, the baby mother has been talking to the sister, so she is awake. And there has also been a report that other children were inside of the home besides those who perished. The thing that struck me odd in this creepy rather in this commentary by Court TV is that Vincent Hill was reporting on the story, and he was talking to the commentator of Court TV. And the one thing he said before he signed off in the interview, he said what got him was the bodies hitting the van as they were being loaded into it. He will never forget that sound. And I can't even imagine what that would be like. Standing out there waiting to report a story, get all the said information, and you are hearing the bodies being loaded up into a van one by one. Seeing is one thing, and then hearing is another. This is a very tragic day, and I do not know why Mr. Pridgeon decided to turn on his own family, what he was going through. I don't know if he was drug-induced. I don't know if he has mental issues, but he does have a criminal record. I brought you that said information yesterday pertaining to him throwing a cement block at a woman, and I believe he was trying to hit her door and then hit the lady. So he obviously has anger issues, but this time he went a little too far. He went all the way because he murdered people this time. And I'm wondering that these people who dealt with him really realized how dangerous he was, because he was a ticking time bomb. And now these people have had to suffer, losing their lives, because this person had been walking around every day by different people. And I'm wondering if anyone noticed that he was losing his grip on reality. This is a sad, sad, tragic story out of Oklahoma. When I get more information, I will bring you the said commentary. My prayers and condolences to the family, because this is a lot of people to have funeral services for. Small children, one adult male. By the grace of God, the baby's mother is inside the hospital still. And I just read another article that says she had bleeding on the brain. And so she's lucky to be alive to even utter a word. And I also had brought you information yesterday that she was also charged with child neglect. Now, I don't know the status and the information pertaining to that. As you see, this article I brought you by News 5 did not indicate that said charge, but in the article I brought you yesterday, that information was in there, that she had been charged with child neglect last week, and the child born, I guess it's the last child she had evidence of opiate usage by the mother. So this is just a tragic story all the way around. And one thing I was curious is this a reason why he decided to shoot everyone? Because of the said charges against the mother? Was he trying to save her from having her children taken away from her? I mean, you don't know. And I just thought that was odd, because I wasn't expecting to hear that information about the mother being charged with child neglect. So I just started, thinking to myself, well, could this be a motive for why he decided to kill the children, the mother? I mean, who knows? You don't really know. And in the end, it won't matter, because it was the wrong thing to do. It was a horrific thing to do. That is the latest information out of Muskogee, Oklahoma. Thanks for joining me. I will be back with an update. So like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. And this is Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.